Okay, so today we're going to be learning about division word problems. So let's get started. Why division word problems matter. Importance in learning. Division word problems are crucial in math education as they help students develop essential problem solving skills and real-world applications. Building skills. Engaging with these problems builds critical thinking and numerical reasoning, preparing students to tackle complex challenges in everyday life. Key vocabulary. Dividend. The dividend is the number that is being divided in a division problem, representing the total amount to be shared. Divisor. The divisor is the number by which the dividend is divided, determining how many equal parts the total amount is split into. Quotient is the result of the division, indicating how many times the divisor fits into the dividend completely. Types of division problems. Equal groups. Equal groups involve sharing items equally among a certain number of people. This helps in understanding basic division concepts clearly. Measurement division. Measurement division answers the question of how many groups can fit into a total. This applies to various real-life scenarios effectively. Partitive division. Partitive division focuses on breaking a total into specific parts. This approach is useful for distributing resources effectively among different categories. Step-by-step strategies. Read carefully. Take your time to read the problem thoroughly, ensuring you understand all details before attempting to solve it. Identify divided. Clearly determine what number is being divided and by what, as this will guide your calculations moving forward. Check for remainders. Assess whether there will be a remainder in your solution, as this impacts how you interpret and present your final answer. Identifying division keywords. Importance of keywords. Recognizing division keywords is crucial for understanding word problems. Words like each and per signal that division is needed. Examples in context. In sentences such as there are 12 apples shared equally among 4 friends, keywords help clarify the division process required. Visual models for understanding division. Arrays and equal groups. Visual models like arrays simplify division problems by showing equal groups, making it easier for students to grasp core concepts. Remainders. Understanding their role in division. Remainders indicate what is left after division. Knowing how to handle them is crucial for solving problems accurately and effectively. Multi-step problems. Combining division with operations. Multi-step division problems often require careful analysis, breaking the question down and applying addition, subtraction, or multiplication to find solutions. Real-world division applications. Snacks. Sharing snacks among friends illustrates division as everyone receives an equal amount, promoting fairness and cooperation during activities or gatherings. Resources. Distributing resources in groups demonstrates division's practicality, ensuring that every individual receives a fair share of supplies or materials. Speed. Calculating speed or rates involves division, providing insights on how distance and time relate, and helping optimize travel or activity planning. Connection between division and multiplication. Understanding their relationship. Multiplication and division are inverse operations, meaning they work with each other and against each other. Knowing multiplication facts helps you verify division answers and solidify your understanding of both concepts. Practical application. By recognizing that division is essentially splitting a number into equal groups, students can apply their multiplication skills to solve division problems effectively. Common mistakes in division. Confusing terms. Students often mix up the dividend and divisor, leading to incorrect calculations and misunderstanding of how division operates in word problems. Ignoring remainders. Failing to recognize the importance of remainders can result in incomplete answers, especially in real-life scenarios where leftovers matter. Misreading keywords. Misinterpreting keywords in division problems can cause students to solve the wrong type of problem, impacting their overall understanding and accuracy. Tips and tricks for success. Effective problem solving. Underline important numbers and keywords to help focus on the main components of the problem, ensuring you understand what is being asked. Visual aids. Draw pictures or models to represent the problem visually, which can clarify relationships between numbers and help you find the solution. Easy division problem. Sharing apples. Sharing equally. In this problem, 12 apples are shared equally among 4 friends. Each friend receives the same number of apples, demonstrating fair sharing. So here is a practice problem that we will work on over here in this whiteboard. We have, okay, so first we already know that the total number, which is 12 apples, is the dividend because it is what we are dividing. So we will write 12 apples equals dividend. And then we have 4 friends, which is the amount of groups that we are dividing the apples from, which means the 4 friends should be the divisor. So we will write 4 friends equals divisor. So we have this, and then now we will demonstrate it like this. So you have your, so let's say this was one of the friends, right? And then we will make 4 more like this because there is 4 equal groups. So you have all of your 4 friends here, and then you have to divide your apples between these 4 friends. So here we have, so for each tally mark that I create, that will be 1 apple going to each person. So let's count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as we reach the end, we'll go back to the first person and then continue our counting. So since this was 4, it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, and then go back again. And we'll keep repeating this process until we reach the number 12, because that is how many apples that we have. So this was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So in this example, we have 3 apples over each person. So then we have 4 equal groups of 3. So as we write this out in the actual division form, it will be 12 inside of here because 12 is a dividend, and 4 on the outside, which is the divisor, and the quotient on top is what is in the equal groups. So as you see here, this is 3, so the 3 will go up here as the quotient of the division. So here we will have each friend has 3 apples, which are the same number of apples. Okay? So now let's go on to the next problem. Packing cookies into boxes. A baker made 45 delicious cookies and needs to pack them into boxes of 6, determining how many boxes are full and if there are leftovers. Okay, so here we have a problem because so we have 45, which is the total amount of cookies that the baker has made, and now we have to put them into boxes, but they can't have, like, you can't count each cookie like we did before. It has a specific number that you need to put in the boxes, which is exactly 6. So we will count kind of like this, but we will change a little bit. So get rid of this. Okay, so basically, okay, we have our actually. Okay, so we have our circle. Imagine this circle as one box which has 6 cookies. So as you can see, the boxes have to have 6 cookies each. So we'll have one box with 6 cookies, and so oh, this equals 6. And then we'll have another box of 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. And then we'll have another box, which is 18. And so as you can see, we are just trying to, oh wait, sorry. So let's first write out. So it's more like visually like appeasing to like write out which one is your divisor, dividend, or like quotient if you have, as in this case. So you'll have 45 cookies as your like dividend. And then we have the quotient is the amount of the item that is inside of the equal groups. So we already have the information that is what is inside of the boxes, which is 6. So you'll put 6 cookies per box as the quotient this time. Because we already know how many cookies are in there, but we need to know how many boxes we need to have to divide the cookies. So here we have our whole info. And so basically, you will just keep doing these boxes of 6, until you reach 45. So 18 plus that plus 6 is 24. And then this is 30. And this is 36. And this is 42. So as you can see, we have reached a stopping point, because since all of these are getting added by 6 each one, because there's 6 cookies and this is equals a box. So since we added 6 cookies up until 42, we have only 45 cookies. So if you add 6 cookies to 42, then that would equal 48 cookies. And we don't have enough cookies to make a whole equal group, a whole another equal group. So here is where remainders come in. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 boxes. So there's 7 equal boxes in here. So as you can see, um, so let's write it out. Actually, wait. So I think the cookies per box. Okay. So we'll have 7 equal groups over here. And then we have 45, right? So we'll count how many cookies it is from 42 to 45, and that is basically just 3 cookies. So we'll have 3 cookies remainder. So we'll just write the R here as the remainder, and then we'll write 3. So we'll have 7 equal groups with a remainder of 3 cookies. So that is the answer to this word problem. And then we have another one, and this one is forming teams from students. A school has 120 students who need to be divided into teams of 7. How many full teams can be formed? Okay, so we will do the same thing as we did before. Okay, so the dividend must be 120 people because that is the amount of people in the school. And then we have 7, which will be the divisor because it clearly states um in the word problem. So this is where you have to like underline the specifics because it has very like important keywords in here. So it says divided into teams of 7. So we know that the divisor will be 7 teams, right? Okay. So, okay, perfect. So basically we have 7 of these circles which will represent our teams. So 120 divided by 7 is probably not a equal number. Yeah, so 120 divided by 7 is a decimal number, but if we want to know full how many full teams can be formed. So, oh wait, no. This is 7 people. So 7 people per team. So we will have uh okay. So I guess we have 127, I mean 20 divided by 7, 7, and that basically equals around 17, but since the 17 has a decimal when you type it into your calculator, we will just multiply the 7 by 17. So 7 times 17 equals, let's see, equals 119. So that number, 119, is very close to 120. And so basically, since there's the difference between 120 and 119 is 1, we know that the remainder is also going to be 1. So there'll be one person that won't be on the team. Okay, so since this 17 number, the reason for this number is going to be the number of the teams. So since we did 7 people, the 7 represents the amount of people, and 120 represents the amount of people total. So since there is 7 and then you make 17 teams, each of 7 people, that would equal 119 people in 17 teams combined. And then you would have a remainder of 1. So then your quotient would be 17 R 1. Okay, so I think we have gotten that figured out. we have one more problem. So basically for this one, when cooking, understanding division helps us scale recipes effectively. If a recipe serves 8 and you have ingredients for 24 portions, then you can make the recipe 3 times to serve everyone. So in this example, they show that there is 24 servings, 24 portions that you have to make, but the recipe only serves 8 people. So how would you make this 8 serving recipe into 24 servings? So you would look at the multiples. So here is where the multiplication inverse operations come in place. So 8 goes into 24 an equal amount of time, which is 3. So you would multiply 8 times 3, and that would give you 24. So you would have your recipe for 24 people if you just multiply this recipe by 3. So yeah, that's pretty easy. Okay, dividing time efficiently. When dividing 3 hours among 4 tasks, each task receives 45 minutes. This approach encourages effective time management and ensures that all activities have equal attention and focus for productivity and balance. So, yeah. Strategies for checking answers. Importance of verification. Verifying calculations ensures accuracy, helping to identify mistakes and build confidence in problem-solving abilities when tackling division questions. Multiple approaches. Exploring exploring different methods to solve problems can reveal insights and confirm results, ultimately enhancing understanding of division concepts and applications. Engaging with division word problems together. Solve it together. Let's work through a division word problem as a group using okay, so we have division word problems with money, cost per item. So dividing total cost by the number of items helps determine cost per item, allowing smarter financial decisions and budgeting. So if you have like $20 bill that you bought and you bought 4 items, then you can easily see that it's $5 per item, which can give you more of an insight of how much you are spending on your like any type of shopping, and you can like get more like financial decisions based off of it. Sharing money. Equally dividing money among friends teaches valuable lessons in fairness and cooperation, essential for managing finances and understanding value. Division word problems with time. Dividing hours among tasks. Dividing hours efficiently helps manage time for different activities, ensuring that all tasks receive adequate attention and effort. Scheduling examples. Real life scheduling examples illustrate how to allocate minutes for activities like meetings, study sessions, or exercise, optimizing productivity throughout the day. Division word problems with measurement. Understanding measurement division involves dividing lengths, weights, and volumes to solve real-life problems in cooking, construction, and more. Practical application. For example, using recipes can help you understand how to divide ingredients, ensuring each portion is accurate and consistent while cooking. Visual summary of division problem types. Key types of division. This visual summary illustrates the four main types of division problems: equal groups, measurement division, partitive division, and sharing division. So as you can see, the equal groups of okay, so these are equal groups division, and this is measurement, which has these different things in this, and partitive, and then there is sharing. Key takeaways from division problems. Understanding vocabulary. Understanding key vocabulary and keywords is crucial for solving division word problems effectively and correctly, leading to better problem-solving skills. Real-life applications. Applying division skills in real-life scenarios reinforces learning and demonstrates the importance of these concepts in everyday decision-making and critical thinking. Additional resources for practice. Online learning lets you explore interactive websites that offer division word problem exercises, engaging games, and worksheets tailored for various skill levels and ages. Recommended books. Consider obtaining educational books that focus on division, including practice problems and explanations, to reinforce understanding and enhance skills. Thank you for your attention, and this is the end of the class, and I hope you have learned a little bit about division word problems. And there is no homework for this class since it's coming to an end, and I hope you all can enjoy your summer holidays.